Hello Stampers, today I'm going to demonstrate how to make this 5.5 by 5.5 card box. That will be to fit the 5.5 by 5.5 envelopes that we carry. First you want to cut 2 pieces of cardstock at 7 inches by 6.5. I did mine in chocolate chip, and then I already scored it in, but you'll want to score in a 1/2 inch in, and a 1/2 inch in, and a 1/2 inch in, like that. And then you're going to fold over on that scored line. Take your bone folder and run that over. Again, do the same thing. And then you're going to want to cut your little tabs. So you'll cut on the scored line right there. And you'll cut on the scored line right here. And then you're going to add some sticky strip to your tabs. And you'll do this to both pieces of cardstock. I'm just going to demonstrate one, and I have the other one already put together. And then you're going to run some sticky strip on the bottom here. Like that. And then you're going to take and place your other one. Once you get them together, you'll put one together, I'm sorry. You want to put one together like I have here. Just fold up the ends. And then you're going to slide that in right down to your scored lines. And then you're going to bring up the bottom. And do this. Bring up the bottom like that. So you'll have that so far. And then you want to take this little tab that you cut, fold that in, fold that one in. Then you're going to take some more sticky strip and put that on the edge there. And peel off the backing. Pull that up like that. And you want to make sure that you get this on there tight. So a little trick I learned was to take the bone folder once you have that done and run that inside and just go over the edge that you just put together. And that will seal that down really good. Then you want to take another piece of sticky strip and do that to the other side as well. Peel off the backing. And just pull this up and fold this over. So you'll have that. And then you want to take the bone folder again and run that back and forth inside there and press down. Now in theory you should have a nice square box, but sometimes we know how well those theories go and you have a little bit of an overhang, so you're gonna may have to trim it just a little on the edges to get it flush. So you'll have that. You want to make sure your seams all face the same way. And then you're going to flip it over so your seams face down. Now what I did to decorate the front of this, I cut a piece of natural ivory cardstock at 5.25 by 5.25, and on the background I stamped our In Francis stamp. I used Summer Sun and Ruby Red ink, and then I sponged the edges with chocolate chip. Next I cut a piece of old olive cardstock at 4.75 by 4.75. Using the image from the fresh cut stamp set, I stamped that along the edge, and then I sponged old olive. Then I took a piece of ruby red cardstock, ran it through the Big Shot with our scallop square die, and then sponged the edges with the ruby red ink. So that's one layer right there. And then you're just gonna add some snail right to the back. And you're gonna place that right onto the front of the chocolate chip, there. And you can flip it over and run the bone folder inside to get it to stick good. And then for the next layer, I cut a piece of natural ivory cardstock. I took our fresh cut stamps set and I inked it with Summer Sun, and I went over it with chocolate chip and ruby red, and then I sponged the edges with chocolate chip ink. I cut a piece of chocolate chip cardstock to go behind it, and that piece measured 3 3/4 by 4, and the natural ivory cardstock measured 3 1/2 by 3 3/4. I then took 1/4 inch old olive grosgrain ribbon and I wrapped that around the bottom, and then I added dimensionals to the back. And then I just placed that right in the center on the front of that ruby red scallop square. And then I took one of our Summer Sun corduroy buttons. I tied a bow and chocolate chip 1/4 inch grosgrain ribbon and tied a bow and natural hemp. I attached all that together with glue dots, and then I stuck a glue dot on the back of the corduroy button and then just came in here and placed it right in the bottom hand corner. Now comes the handles. I cut some 5/8 old olive grosgrain ribbon. I took a glue dot and then I just slid this in there and it pushed down. And then I did the same thing on the other end. There's one handle, and then you want to do that for the back handle. I'm going to put 2 handles on there. And I just kind of line that up with the front handle to get it even. And there is your 5 1/2 by 5 1/2 card box. It will fit 5 1/2 by 5 1/2 cards, and you can get about 4 inside this little box. Thank you.